for coming again. Today, I want to rate let's rate your anxiety where it is today. I want to see where you're at. So, on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being is I'm not anxious at all, and 10 is I'm extremely anxious. I feel like I'm going to have a heart attack. Where would you rate your anxiety today?
A 6.
A 6? Okay. Can you explain why?
It just, coming here is hard. I know when we go in or when I come in, there's somebody at the front desk and then they say hi. They greet you and then I get very anxious and I don't say hi. I just kind of have my head down and I just sign in, but then I just sit down until I get called to see you.
Okay. So you're telling me that when you are out in public, that's when you feel most of the anxiety, or does it happen at home as well?
It happens more in the public. When my kids they want to sign up for sports, and I don't want them to, because then I have to think like I have to interact with everybody. I have to be out there, and I just don't feel comfortable.
You don't feel comfortable, or it makes you feel anxious? Can you explain that a little bit more?
It makes me feel uncomfortable because I end up being anxious. So I don't know. I don't feel like I talk to people. Like I don't feel like nobody's gonna really like me. So I just get all these like things in my head saying, "Oh, I'm not good enough to socialize with other people."
So you're explaining to me that when you are out in public and somebody talks to you, you just evade that. For you to tell them hi, you just ignore that and you just leave, or do you stay in the situation?
No, I leave.
You leave? Okay.
Because I get anxiety and I can't stay there, so I just try to leave as soon as possible.
Okay. So like I explained to you in the last session when you were here, that in your childhood, when you told me that your parents used to hit you physically and were verbally abusive towards you, I explained to you how all that has affected you, the way that you think today, and the reactions that you have physically and behaviorally. So I want to talk a little bit more about what is it that you want to gain out of treatment. That way we could develop a plan, and then that way we could develop some homework that's going to help you with that.
Okay.
So can you tell me more about those thoughts and like what goes through your mind whenever you are out in public? Be a little bit more specific, how that makes you feel, and then what is it that you do?
Well, when I'm out, for example, if it's me and my husband knows everybody, everyone's really nice to him, and he talks to everybody, and he seems so happy and everything. And with me, like, people try talking to me and I just stay quiet, like I freeze, like I don't know what to say, and I've been like this all my life, that I don't feel like I'm good enough to have a friend or I'm good enough to even have somebody talk to me. So I just freeze and I just don't know what to do. So I try to walk away from the situation, just try to avoid like any eye contact, avoid having someone approach me. Like if I feel like someone's approaching me, I just start walking like in a different direction.
Okay, so I have a clearer picture now of what's going on. So some things that do help with the situation that you're experiencing, it's gonna be like a lot of practice, a lot of paying attention to your thoughts, your feelings, and your actions. So what I want to do with you is I want you to write down, like in this paper that I have here, it's the A, B, and C model. So basically what I want you to do is pay attention to your thoughts. For instance, when you're at home, when you're in the store, when you're with your kids, basically when you're out in public, I really want you to pay attention to your thoughts. What are those thoughts that you're having? Like right now you identify like, oh, I'm not good enough, right? Oh, they're not gonna want to talk to me. So I want you to do that and record it here. And then obviously the behavior that you have is that you walk away, you evade the situation, you don't have eye contact. But if there's any other behaviors, I want you to write them down there. And then what you want to do, like for instance, the exercise that we're gonna do is I want you to really think about how you're thinking, how you're feeling, how you're reacting. So those are the three components of this exercise that we're gonna do. So would you be willing to challenge that thought, to reframe it to more positive and say, they don't know me, I'm gonna say hi and I'm gonna stay. Is that something that you think you're willing to do so that we could practice that?
Yeah, I would like to try that.
Okay. And then I know you're gonna feel very anxious, so I want you to identify a skill that you could use. For instance, deep breathing, or just telling yourself, I could do this, like that positive mind frame.
I've done the deep breathing, but I want to try something different. So maybe the second option.
Okay. Another option too is having something in your hand, like something tactile. Like I recommend my clients to have a ball that they could squeeze, because a lot of times that helps with the anxiety. Maybe that's another thing they could try.
Okay.
Okay, that's gonna be the exercise and the homework for you, and then we'll discuss it on the next session.
Okay.
And then we'll rate your anxiety when you come back again.
Okay.
Okay? Thank you.
Okay, thank you.